Evening, everybody. 5:29 in the afternoon on the 7th of September. And it was kind of an interesting day. As bad as Apple was, UNH picked up the slack today, and the Dow actually closed to the upside 57.54 or 0.17, which is really nothing, especially since it was 9 to 5 to the downside advanced declines. The NASDAQ was severely hampered by NVIDIA, Apple, and a couple of the other big names. Although I have to say, Apple was down as low as 173.54. And it looks like while it's still down here at 178.12, which is down 479, it is $4.50 off the low and is trading. Well, the high of the day is 175.10. It's up 178.10. It is trading currently 178.12. So not bad. Came real close to the lower Bollinger Band, but didn't quite make it. I listened today to two people who I greatly admire. Jeffrey Gundlach, who is terrific on the bonds, and Liz Ann Saunders, who is, I think, a great analyst. And both of them had me coming away um, concerned. Liz Ann Saunders says that the earnings estimates are unrealistic, and Jeffrey Gundlach thinks that the Fed's going to over tighten, stimulate, bring back inflation, and that's going to get worse. He specifically mentioned, though, that M2, which is down strongly from the high, is still a multiple of what it was in prior years. So there's still money sloshing around in the system, but that doesn't mean it's waiting to go into the market. Okay, S&P was down 14 after being down about 34. The big loser today was the Russell, down 1852 or just under 1%. And the transports were again lower, down 75.38 or 0.49. As I said, 9 to 5 down on the NYSE, 2 to 1 down on the NASDAQ, and 4.3 billion shares. So slightly higher than yesterday, but nowhere near normal. Here are a couple of earnings, and they went in opposite directions. We had three after the close. DocuSign with a beat, top and bottom line. And it was 52.31 before the numbers, down 65 cents. It got as high as 54.99 afterwards. Last is 53.79, up 101 or 2%. Smith and Wesson, SWBI, also a huge beat on 35% increase on sales. So if you're curious about what people think about all of the smash and grabs and robberies and carjackings, they went out and bought guns. The stock was 10.51 down 33. And you have to remember that this stock was as high as 40 about a year ago and as low as $8.20. The recent high, meaning in this calendar year, was 13.22, and today it closed or is currently 11.99, and the last is 11.51, up 67 cents. But that's a full dollar from where it was trading at the close. And Restoration Hardware, RH, I don't know how this stock gets support. It was a beat top and bottom line, but guidance was terrible. It had closed 368.55, down 477, and afterwards collapsed to 332. Last is 337. That's down 36.32 or 10%. And after their crappy numbers yesterday. AI, C3AI, symbol AI, which this morning when I mentioned it was about $28 and down about three and a quarter. It actually continued lower, got as low as, or pardon me, got as low as 25.53. Last was uh, 27.16, and that was down 385. Tomorrow, pre-open, we have only one number that comes from Kroger, KR, and the economic news is wholesale inventories at 10 a.m. and at 3 o'clock we have consumer credit. Have a good one, folks. I'll be back first thing in the morning with some pretty nasty stuff to say about the dementia riddled president that we have and what he is illegally doing to drillers and leaseholders. Have a good evening.